Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Guys, it is Friday, made it through another week. So yeah, we're going to finish off this week's videos on the Citroen C3. Now, if you remember rightly, this car, I won this car for £200 plus the fees, and it comes to about 350, so 350 quid this car owes me, and it come with 3/4 of a tank of petrol as well. And I've been driving it around actually for the last probably 3 or 4 days since I got it. I thought, you know what, I've got to put some miles on it, I've got to check it, I've got to see how it goes. It has been beautiful, honestly. What a lovely little car to drive. I'm actually quite enjoying running around in it. I suppose the reason why I'm enjoying it the most is because it was a cheap car and it's not costing me nothing to run it. So petrol was already in it. It was already MOT'd. It's already insured because I've got trade insurance. And all I had to do was tax it. And that was, I didn't do it for the whole year. The whole year was £20 for the whole year to tax it. I thought, there's no point. I might as well just set up a direct debit and then just pay the £1.50 a month, or £1.75 or whatever it was, £1 something a month to drive this car. Unlike the new tax bracket that's coming in April for the electric cars, £195 road tax to every electric car that was made up to 2025, April 2025. After that, you pay a £10 a year for a year or 2 years, I think it is, and then after that it goes back into the bracket. So they are stinging people, even though they said, yeah, electric cars are going to be road tax free. They've now revolted to Labour again, has gone back on their word, and now said that they've got to pay £195 a year road tax. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, we are working on this. So let me explain what we're doing. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, the plan for this one is I'm now going to spend some money on this car because I'm quite happy, very happy indeed, that it's running really, really well. I'm running it now because we're going to do an oil change. I'm dumping the oil out, so I'm going to keep it warm whilst it's there. So that's the service kit I got, all the filters, sump plug as well. We've got that changeover, oil filter, air filter, cabin filter, oil, which is the correct one, which is the OW30. That is the correct one for this engine. And yeah, you can see it says a PSA engine. So yeah, OW30 for this one. We've also got a Dayco timing belt kit in there, so we're going to do that as well. And I've got this bracket, which is for the exhaust, and it's for the the Citroen. It's a hanger, a bracket hanger for. It says rear only, but it's not. It's for the front. I hope it's for the front anyway. I think that's for the front, isn't it? I think it's for the front. It says rear on there, but I think that's a mistake, that. Third from rear only. I don't know what that means. Anyway, hopefully that fits. So that's what we're going to be doing, because that was an advisory on the on the last MOT. So I want to do that. Do the new timing belt, do the full service, and I really want to, I'm going to probably put a new MOT on this car as well, because I think even though it's got about 10 months left, 9 months, I still think it will sell a lot easier if I say I put a fresh MOT on it. Let me just remind you about the the mileage on this one. So if you remember rightly, the mileage is there, and it's 114,468. 114,468. And it's now on still with no engine management lights, nothing. So the mileage now, guys, is 114,569. So that is actually 101 miles that I've put on this car, and I've still got that much fuel left in it. Look, that much left. So yeah, and it runs really, really nice. Don't get me wrong, it does sound, it sounds like a bit like an old sewing machine. Someone did comment and say that to me, actually, put in the comments. They're all right, but they just sound like an old sewing machine. And he's absolutely correct and right, it does. But what a little car. Honestly, I'm so impressed with this little thing. Especially for the price as well. It is, yeah, unbelievably good value for it, really. But I just want to do those bits and pieces. So I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. We've got to strip it all down. We've got to get the intake off again. We've got to really get in there to get the timing belt off and timed up. We've got to drop the oil. We're going to do the service. We're going to do all those bits and pieces that are on here. Money-wise, I've probably spent, that on its own was £130. That was £25. And the service kit, I think that was about £60. So yeah, another 250 to, you know, on top of what I already paid, 350. So in all, the car's going to probably owe me after an MOT about £600. So not bad. It's not bad, is it? 2015 reg. The mileage is high, don't get me wrong, it is, but it still drives so good, and it is such a cheap little car to run. So, let's get set up, guys. Let's do this. Right, guys, let me just cut in now, show you a little bit more detail. Obviously, you see me there, take off the cam cover. The air intake has to be dropped out, and the engine has to go down for the air intake system to come around at an angle and then come out. It's really a little bit awkward, but it's very, very doable. Don't take that long. And as you can see, the belt, we'll obviously get it off and have a good look at it, I think. But it look, you know, it is degrading and it's starting to crack as well. So it's just nice to do these belts, I think. If ever I'm doing these engines and these cars, I think doing the belts are definitely worth it. But yeah, we are definitely getting there. I've just come back from the paint shop as well, because I've just picked up, do you know the black Fiat 500 that we've had for ages? That Fiat 500, that 2017 plate. Just got back from the paint shop with that. And I'll show you that next week. But let's carry on with this. So now we need to time up the engine. I think it's down this one here. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. That's another year, 2017 onwards. Is the earlier one. Yeah, this is the one. So we're going to need that pin. We're going to need that to lock up the top that goes in there. So yeah, and then that pin goes underneath at the bottom. So we're going to do that. We're going to lock everything up, time it all up, and then we're going to remove the crank bolt, which I think we can get to it without taking that engine out. Yeah, we can. It's just there. So we'll take that off as well. Remove that. Take that cover off that's just there. I think it comes with a gasket as well, this one. I've not even opened it up yet. I'm not going to be able to get it open, am I? Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, so it comes with a new seal and it comes with a new gasket there that goes on that plastic idle pulley tensioner, and then obviously the belt at the bottom. But yeah. So let's get set up. Time this up and then we can remove this, get this belt out of the way. If I remember rightly, I think we can take the belt off and put the new belt in without taking these sprockets or whatever they're called, VVTs. Without taking these off, I think we can get this belt off and the new one in. But yeah, let's crack on. Let's get this done. Let's do this. Right, guys, making some great progress on this now. New belt installed. As you can see, I've been turning it over. That's why it looks a little bit wet, because it's already getting the oil on the belt, but nice and tight. You know, in the correct position. Nothing's moved, nothing like that. And then I've just put, obviously, the 18mm on the bottom here, and I'm just turning it over, just checking to make sure that we've got no sort of issues. And yeah, I think we are all good. So that's that. Let me show you the old belt. So yeah, it's hooked up a little bit here. Hold on. That's it. Right, the outer part of the belt don't actually look that bad. It's a little bit cracked. It's starting to go. So it's starting to crack. But most of the pieces inside between where the teeth sit, all those pieces is all falling apart. Look. That bit in there, that flat bit there, that should be like that on every single, in between every single teeth. And you can see that it's just completely destroying it. And that's because of the oil. The hot and the cold of the oil. It's absolutely destroying it. So, yeah. There you go. All the pieces just absolutely missing. And that's all the little pieces that I found in the actual the sump when I took it all down. Do you remember in the last video on this one, on the first video, sorry, I dropped the sump and cleared out all the muck and all that little bits and pieces, and that's where it's all come from. So there we go. It's just nice to have a nice new belt on it and a good service, oil change before or when I decide to get rid of this and get, actually sell it. Can you hear that? Hailstones. It's just like hailstones here. But yeah, there we go, guys. I think we are ready to put. I can feel the tension. There's some. Yeah, it's good. Not tension. I mean, like compression. It's there. Yeah, it's there. So we can now build it all back up and put it back together. So let's continue and basically put all these bits. Obviously, we've got a new gasket to go in there, so I'll pull that one out and fit the new one, which is on the floor now. But that's what will go in there, and yeah, we'll that's the idler pulley, and the old tensioner is here. It's not a Daco one. It doesn't say actually any markings on it whatsoever. So I don't know if this is the original belt. I can't imagine it is. I really can't, because they don't last. These belts do not last 114,000 miles. No way. That was probably changed at maybe 50 or 60,000. So it's definitely due another one. That's why we're doing it. So yeah, I'll set you up. Got a bit of a cold today. I'll set you up, guys. Let's now put it all back together. Let's do this. Okay, guys, we are all back together. I've topped out the oil. That's all up to where it should be. Apart from, obviously, when you run it for a while, it's got to then go circulate around the new oil filter that's underneath. So we're just going to run it for a while, see how it goes, make sure we've got no problems. And then, yeah. But I haven't turned the key yet, so I'm just going to do it now with you guys. Because, yeah, it's nice to do it. Hopefully. So no lights on. It's actually sounding quite quieter, this engine now. Whether or not the oil, the newer oil, is obviously, you know, it's fresher, it's newer, it's thinner. Maybe that's having a bit of an effect on the actual tappers and the actual valves at the top there. And the lobes and all that sort of stuff at the top end. Don't know really, but it definitely sounds a little bit more quieter. But she's running, so that is good. That is very, very good. Everything's been put back together. Even the water pump belt, that's all been put back on. The auxiliary belt, that's all put back on as well now. So, yeah. Got to put the wheel arch liner in, but I don't want to do that quite yet. I might have to do this on Monday because I'm running out of time today. Really running out of time as well. But at least we've got a nice, decent running engine, basically. So, yeah, it's definitely getting there, guys. It is definitely getting there. That will definitely help. Definitely help. Going forward for the next owner, and obviously they can see, you know, this car has had a new timing belt and a full service, and we've gone all over it, and we've changed what we need to change. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I haven't really got time to carry on with this. We have got some bits and pieces to do. We've still got to get this bracket here all fitted underneath as well to the exhaust. And I want to obviously get an MOT on this, but I think we'll do that Monday. So we'll go at MOT, get it all wrapped up, get it all finished off Monday, and then we can move on to something else. Probably going to move on to the Fiat 500, the black Fiat 500. I've just got it back from the paint shop. It's outside. It is looking wicked, guys. It is looking good. So, but he has painted a lot on that car. He's had it for a while now. So, but yes, at least this one is definitely getting there. Like I said, I'm not even. I don't think it's going to hit £600 total on this car. And it's going to be a lovely little run around for someone, well cheap, £20 a year road tax. I think this is Group 4 insurance, so it's really, really low on insurance for the new drivers. 1.2 petrol is perfect. So, but yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video. Guys, have a great weekend. Don't forget, drop me a comment down below, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend. See you then.